I just watched a video Survivor put out of you listing every second boot, which blows my mind. I forget a season, literally the next season. You're obviously a super fan. You know the show, but talk to me about your preparation once you knew you were going to be on. How'd you prepare?
This is the question of the hour. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, Sarah, you will not believe this. I prepared so much. Like I really did prepare. I was in the gym. There was a podcast that I listened to with Zach Wertenberger says, like, if you're not waking up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym, like you're doing it incorrectly. And then I really did that. I was swimming every day. I was making fire every day. I was practicing puzzles every day. You would not think it. I do not fault anybody for not thinking it. It is comical how badly I did for how much I prepared. But at the same time, it's very funny. I got a couple good jokes in. I had the most fun I've ever had in my life. You should advice for future Survivor players. I thought I prepared enough. I left there thinking, okay, that was good. Clearly is not the case. You need to prepare 1,000 times more than you think you should.
Your experience starts with a bang, the Marooning challenge. Look, you did do great. You jumped off that boat, you swam to another boat, you're rowing. It all is going well until you hit this ladder. Talk me through this moment.
So, and Sarah, I thank you so much for pointing out the swimming. The swimming was really good. I watched the swimming. Like, this is a guy who can swim. And the paddling, I remember hearing Jeff say, like, Brandon and Sean are the only people who know how to paddle. And I'm like, yeah, this is the only compliment Jeff gave me in the time that I played the program. It was a one and done. And then where I was on the boat, the ladder rung that I grabbed is the one that everybody else stepped on. So I stepped lower, and that just distributed my weight weird. Like, if you step on the rung that everybody stepped on, you are right there. You don't even have to climb a ladder. Like, you're at the top. I, for whatever reason, just grabbed the wrong rung. I didn't have the thing in my head that's like, you should step on this, whatever. And then I fell because my weight was weird. And I'm telling you, like, getting up the ladder, there's no bottom rung. You're having to do like a full body pull up, wet clothes after you just did this on Survivor, whichever, like, it's a lot going on, panic inducing, if you will. And it was not I believe it's the worst start that anybody in Survivor's ever had, which is it's a fun badge to have. But it was not the most fun situation in the world. And I do believe that, like, I'm not making excuses for being a poor challenge competitor. I'm a poor challenge competitor. If you put me back on this thing, I will most likely be a poor challenge competitor again. I would hope that I wouldn't be, but I do think that really informed my other challenges. I was just so nervous the whole time. I was just like, I have a confessional before the immunity challenge. I'm just nervous that I'm going to need medical again. Like, I was so out of it. And I think that really, that weighed on me heavily throughout all of the challenges.
Right. It adjusted your mindset to now be worried, right? Now you've got this added layer.
Right. Exactly. I wanted to go there and not worry as much. Like I said that, I think I said that in confessionals. I was like, I'm worried all the time. Like, I'm worried every day, and I just wanted the days that I'm on Survivor to be the time that I just feel like free of worry. And it didn't work out that way. But you know what? After Survivor, I don't know what it is about the experience. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. Like, I really feel good. I feel like, I wouldn't recommend this as an anxiety cure. Please don't do that. But like, I feel so beyond good. It's a testament to this experience.
That's great to hear. I mean, it's a complicated way to cure anxiety, so I also wouldn't recommend it. When you were bonding with Hannah, but you're at First Tribal, I mean, these are some great Survivor experiences to go to a First Tribal. But how did you feel about Hannah's quit ultimately?
I love and respect Hannah at times a million for the decision that she made. The decision, she was my number one. So losing your number one, obviously hard. I spent so much, Hannah and I were like this the rest of the time that we were, the whole time that we were in the game. And it does suck, right before we went to tribal council, she was like, I'm going to quit. And I was like, not only, like, one, I need you, but two, you can win. Like, you really can win. You have the thing to win. And you know what? She made the best decision for her mind, for her mental, for herself, for her family also. And I respect it 1,000%. She's the best person in the world. I'm telling you, there was a lot of, really awful things said about her the past couple of weeks. There was 1-star reviews on her therapy practice online. She is the best person in the world. And if you talk to her for 5 minutes, you'll realize, she has it. She's the best.
You found a Beware Advantage.
I did.
And you immediately do not want to open it. Is this your strategy going in, or just in this moment?
That is my strategy going in. I want it to be, granted, I lose my vote an hour and a half later. So this plan doesn't have traction as much, but I want it to be the vote of the person who lost it.
Mhm.
Like, let me be your vote. You take this, you go on this journey. Also seasons 41 through 43, the Beware Advantage gets harder and harder and harder, right? So
Mhm.
season 45, we know Sweat versus Savvy is now Sweat and Savvy. You have other things you're doing. Who's to say the Beware Advantage isn't just like, hey, you have no vote anymore. Like we
Yeah.
don't know. So I am risk averse in that way. Again, I
Mhm.
only played the challenge on the journey because I thought there was 100% chance that I would get it. I ultimately do not, but I stand by the giving away the Beware Advantage move. I think if you do it correctly, it's really, really cool. It has high upside if it works. So I stand by it. And a lot of fans for the past couple of years have like tweeted, there's Reddit threads about like, hey, what if somebody gave away the Beware Advantage? I did it. I said I wanted to do it. I did it. So that's super cool.
Let's talk about this journey. I mean, you get to go on a journey. Again, you're having some great survivor moments. A little balance there. You see it's a puzzle. You're excited. Great. You could possibly do this. And then I hear you say, oh, this is embarrassing while you're doing it. And of course, my
Yeah.
heart breaks for you. Let's talk through this
Yeah.
experience.
It's a matching game, Sarah Howard. It's a matching game. It's for children. And it's like, again, I do not perform well under pressure. Like again, if you're gonna go on Survivor, perform well under pressure. Like you need to perform well under pressure. I just was in my head about it. There's three numbers that open this lock. There's three two-digit numbers. And I have them all. There's six combinations of what that can be. I have them laid out. And then I try all six, nothing works, and then I just go back and do them again, thinking that I missed one. Like
Yeah.
I never thought to look at the table again. If I would have looked at the table again, who's to say that I would have noticed what I did? They also
Mhm.
like they weren't ease. I mean, they were ease. I want to make a case they were ease, but like I think just in the moment you're in your head, you're on Survivor, whatever. Again, it's a pressure situation. But you know what? I made jokes about it, and that's the silver lining is at least it was funny. That we'll take that. And then I fall on the way there. You gotta if you want to salt in the wound a little bit, just fucking throw the clip of me fall. Great,
Okay,
fantastic.
so we get to a point where you're preparing for tribal. You're a bit in danger here, but you're talking about your social game, and it does seem like you're really hustling with that social game.
Yeah.
How were you feeling though going into tribal?
I figured it was like 60-40 me
Mm.
leaving versus Emily. I was
Oh.
banking on Emily tanking tribal council.
Mm.
Caleb was really good at this PR movement that he did for Emily. And Emily is that's not just Caleb. Emily's also she took the advice and she really did it well. But Emily day 1 through 3, that's Emily. And if somebody says the wrong thing at tribal council or whatever, and Emily just has like a moment where of weakness where she says something, I thought that was my best shot of getting out.
Mhm.
People know me. They know they can trust me. They know that they like not that they don't like having Emily around by any means, but like I'm a personality hire. I'm fun to have around.
Mhm.
And it was just like you're on a bad tribe. You're on a tribe that's not winning. A bad tribe you use subjectively in terms of challenge win. You're not winning. Get voting out the person who's holding you back in the challenges. I don't use quotations. I was holding them back in the challenges. Getting rid of that person makes sense. So I kind of I if it did happen, it wasn't unfounded. It wasn't a shock. And then as tribal council progressed, the 60% kind of got to 70, then to 80, then to 90. And then once I heard the shot in the dark thing happened with Emily, that Emily handed it over, I
Mm.
was, I was thinking about what toppings I wanted on my burger when I left. I was like, okay, I can have a Coke Zero in an hour, which is great. So that was silver linings. You got to find silver linings.
When Jeff snuffed your torch, though, you really seemed like you were present, like you took in that moment,
Yeah,
and
it's the
it's
coolest
got to
thing in
be
the world.
bittersweet, though,
Oh
right?
my god, it's the coolest thing in the world. Like that's what I said to everybody. It's so cool. It's I went there fully knowing that this could go badly. Like I
Mhm.
went there with the expectation of like I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy myself. I want to learn about myself. I want to learn what I'm capable of. And I don't think the exact line was in the tribal council, but knowing that I was leaving, I said at tribal council, like, I came on Survivor. I thought that I needed to be on Survivor the past however many years to be good at Survivor. But it seems as though, this has been a comedy of errors. It hasn't gone well. I needed to be on Survivor to inform the person that I want to be when I leave here.
Mm.
I want to be good at what I have the best girlfriend in the world. I have a beautiful family. I have the best friends you can ever ask for. I just want to be, this experience is for me to help everybody else. I have 17 of the best castmates you'll ever meet in your life. I mean, they're beautiful people, and they're going to struggle in the next couple of weeks. I got it out of the way, and I believe that I needed to be on Survivor to be good to the people that I met because of it, before it, and after it.
So it feels like you really took a journey and learned about yourself, and you came out on a little better,
Sarah, if you just suffer for 5 days and you're bad at all of it, I've said this a couple of times this morning, it's everything that I ever wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. It's the worst case scenario. I got to live my dream fully and authentically. I knew going there, it was a risk that I wouldn't be good at it. The risk happened, and I left with the biggest smile I've ever had. I left just like, oh my God, Jeff, this is nothing my door. It's the coolest thing in the world. So I don't want to go away. I want to be in the Survivor community for a long time. I want to talk to everybody. I want to meet everybody. This is the coolest thing in the world that I got to do this. And I'm so happy.
I'm so happy for you, because I mean, we knew you were a super fan. We wanted to root for you. We wanted you to have this opportunity, and it was hard to watch it be hard for you. But we also learned, not everybody is great at this game. This game is really hard.
Really hard. It's really hard. And you know what? You're not great at it, but there's parts of you that are great elsewhere. And I think that it's one of those things that you're needed elsewhere. I'm needed in a different way. So I want, my priority is being that for people. And if Survivors would taught me that, then I'm all for it.
Is there one highlight you can pull out of this whole experience?
I mean, my tribe it's the best 5 people you'll ever meet in your life. I mean, it's you dream about your Survivor tribe. I got everybody that I wanted. I mean, it's the coolest group of people ever. And I think that for the rest of my life, it's the best group of people that I could have been with in this thing. I'm so beyond happy to have met all 5 of them. They're 5 of the coolest people that I've ever met. And I'm so profound. You dream about your Survivor tribe, and I got to meet them. I got to meet the people that I've always dreamed about. So super cool.
Well, I'm bummed that you're out so early, but it has been an absolute pleasure to talk to you.
My God, Sarah Atwood. We'll chat soon. Thank you so much. This is so much fun.